Hi, friends. Okay, let me just get my stuff set up. How's everyone doing? Hi, Jay. Welcome. Just gonna hang out for a minute just to get everyone, give everyone a chance to join. Okay, I think we're good. Let me know how the music is. I did really try to like preemptively set it to the right volume. Hi, Dee Dee. Welcome. So in the last live stream, we had a fun little moment where you could donate to my Ko-Fi, and you, with the donation, the tip, you get to pick a number 1 through 20. I'm doing a random knit sock, and there's yarn off screen so that you cannot see, labeled 1 through 20. And I worked on this sock and I'm all caught up to everyone's suggestions. So fun. Okay, you see that? That's where we got to. So these are all tips and then chosen colors. And then I also went and would randomly pick a card from the deck. So this is just one of the doodle decks from Pacific Knit Co. And this is just the basic one. And yeah, so that's what I would like to keep working on. But it's dependent on one of y'all making a little donation and picking a color, a number. Meanwhile, I'm working on this cardigan that I was talking about in a live stream from like a couple weeks ago, I think. So yeah, this I just picked up to start the shoulder. This is the back. But yeah, I knit it pretty fast. I did. But it was very fun because you're just like looking at it in little sections, which is like the best way, you know, to work on a project. And I was also gonna ask y'all whether I should repeat the same exact colors and patterns on the second sock, or if I should just like totally like do a completely random second sock. This is the hot question of the evening. Hi, Claire. I keep thinking about how cold it is in Montreal. Hi, Kate. Welcome back. Yeah, I'm really happy with them. But again, like initially last week when we were talking, I was like, I'm gonna just like repeat, you know, so that the socks match. But like, maybe that's not like the most fun option, right? I'm glad it's not as cold for you, Claire, because That was no joke. That was snow joke. Yeah, it's crazy. Same pattern, different colors. Okay, that's kind of fun. That's a good option. You don't have to hang out forever, Kate, but I'm glad you said hi. Oh, and then we have, on the other hand, repeating the colors but changing the motifs. I don't know. I could do a little poll. I think I can add a poll to the chat. You guys let me know. I wonder if I can do multiple options. Start a poll. Oh, it's just like... Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the options are same colors, different motifs, or same motifs, different colors, or repeat exactly first, second sock, or completely different. All right, we're putting a poll. Okay, we'll end it. I'm gonna give it like 30 minutes because more people will join for sure. What's everyone working on? Oh yes, I will pull this sock up again in 1 second. What is everyone working on tonight, this evening? So here is how the sock from last week has turned out. And I'm like pretty thrilled about it. So I'm not quite done with the gusset shaping, but we're getting there. And last week I was explaining that for the bottom of the foot, I was gonna do just these vertical lines. So this is actually 2 colors because the motif requested 2 colors. And then up here is also 2 colors because again, the motif requested it. Hi, Gabby. Oh, you're working on the Un sweater. Love that. Oh, and then stripy project again. Yes. I'm working on the seashore skirt. Ooh, cute. First sweater. Totally tessellated socks. Love this. So this is a sweater that I cast on. This is like the back of it. I just picked up along the shoulder and I'm like coming down. It is an Ozetta pattern. I believe that it's called the Traveler cardigan. I am directly copying a creator whose YouTube video I was watching, and she was wearing a sweater like in these colors, and I was just like, it's stunning. And I like couldn't, I just like, yeah, I fixated on it. I'm still fixating on it. And also this is like worsted weight. My needles are a size 8 and it feels so nice to be making quick progress because my other projects are like really long term. So I'm like continuing to work on my bucket list project. I'm continuing to work on my mom's shawl that was supposed to be for Christmas, now for her birthday. And yeah, I just sometimes just these longer term projects can be really hard to keep up motivation. The other thing is that I've been taking my tessellated vest with me to knit night on Wednesday nights that I host, and I'm like, I just have to work on it this much. And seriously, it's like 2 hours and I only make like half an inch of progress. It's very demoralizing. I think it's gonna be cute, but I don't know. Nia, hi. Yeah, Zoe's pattern. Nia is an amazing cross stitcher and my friend Zoe designs cross stitch kits. I have one back here, there, and that one up there. And it's very cute because Nia's always working on Zoe's designs, and it just makes me happy. It just makes my little friend group Ouroboros. Kate, you're working on a fingering and mohair sweater with some very special mohair you picked up in Montreal and have agonized over. What colors is it in? This I'm also holding. I'm using like four different yarns for this. None of them are the same because I was mostly going for color. And so this was actually in my stash, which we love. We love being a little bit virtuous. And it's just Malabrigo Rios. And then I have this, which is Ariel by Barocco, silk mohair. This is Germantown by the Fiber Company. No, Kelborn. I always get them confused because they used to be distributed from the same person. Great Blue. And then this is Cumulus, which is a Surrey alpaca. So that's what's happening. Okay, I'm only as good as Zoe designs. Nia, don't be. Good afternoon from Melbourne. Using my lunch break to put some work on my Sophie hood while my legs pullover is having a mid-project block. Hello. Could you explain why the specific project takes so long? Yeah, so the tessellated is a mosaic knitting pattern, and like the way that the color work works is that basically each row you're knitting twice. So like it's not really like growing, even though you're knitting like 3 rows. So it's like 2 rows where you're slipping and building up like a little block of color, and then the 3rd row that kind of like bridges it. So yeah, basically every it feels like you don't actually get a row built until you've done 3 rows. So it just moves really slow. I think it's gonna be cute, but right now I don't really want to look at it. So I'm like forcing myself to work on it at knit night just to make like some amount of progress as it goes. I'm not knitting, I'm making kale chips. Working on my first knit socks. Any advice on how to transfer stitches from the circular needles to DPNs to close the toe? I mean, either you knit directly onto the DPN or you just slip them purlwise. You just pay attention, just go slow. I actually like the kale, I just resent having to cook, period. Sounds to me like you will have amazing patience by the time you're done. Well, I'm not very patient right now. I am enjoying whining about it and stomping my foot like a toddler. Also, this is an absurd amount of coffee to be drinking at 5, but here we are. Magic Loop is a great option, but if you have DPNs at home, just use them. Just go slow, like I said. So, yeah, that's what's up with me, guys. Let me look at the... Okay, most people want same motifs, different colors. That's kind of winning right now, but we're gonna give it like 15 more minutes. Yeah, do a little search of Magic Loop. It's a great technique, but also one thing at a time. Yeah, thank you for letting me whine. I mean, real friends know that you can whine and it's a valid, a valid way to express ourselves. So I have been dyeing up a storm because the Rose City Yarn Crawl here in Portland is happening. Not this coming weekend, not the next, wait, where are we? Not this weekend, not the following weekend, but the weekend after. And so I've been dyeing a lot, and I really like I listened to a really great audiobook. I think I was talking about it last week, and I just like freaking loved it. It was called Private Rights by Julia Armfield, which I can talk about in a little bit if you're curious. But today, because I'm done with the book and I didn't really want to start a new book, I was just watching YouTube videos about the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. It's yeah. I don't know if anyone else is hyperfixated on that. I like definitely have been in tune with it because a lot of my TikTok feed has been covering it. But obviously since the Super Bowl, I would say the Grammys sort of like really headed it off. And so I've just been like watching videos, and this video that I watched, which I can link if you're curious, was titled like The Art of Delayed Gratification. And it had, what I really appreciated was it had a lot of folks like reacting live, like they were like Twitch streamers and whatnot, just like reacting to hearing the songs for the first time. And I like really miss feeling the like excitement about like media. I feel like there's not a lot of things that make me like feel giddy in the way that I did like as a kid, and to see like grown ass men in particular just being like, oh, and like freaking out, like brought me a lot of joy today. So anyway, just to share that, and that I literally was like I remember the first time I listened to Not Like Us, and I was like wearing headphones because I love walking Maple and like listening to music. And I was literally like in the park just like, and so yeah, I was just thinking about that, you know. Yeah. Anyway. I love complaining and I hate when people offer solutions when I'm just trying to whine recreationally. That recreational whiner should be like a shirt, like for sure. I feel like I need to remind Kay of that sometimes. They're like, you're like bad mood, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, can you just like let me be in a bad mood for like a second? I just want to be in a bad mood. I'm allowed. Yeah, I'm so glad that I'm not alone in like the Kendrick Drake beef, and also just like that Kendrick is like the clear winner. Like it's just there's not even like a competition, and Drake started it all and he lost. Anyway, oh, I love FD Signifier. Yeah, I do. Thank you. Gemini and me adores third-party drama. Full-grown men beefing. Sign me up. No, period. I feel like this is also why I'm really enjoying Traders, which new episode tonight I'm excited about. And just like I feel like my feed is like Kendrick Lamar, and then like Traders in all of its different iterations. Like watching Tom Sandoval do that weird singing challenge was everything. Yeah, so goofy. And also probably why I love Love Island so much, because it's just like we can just like gossip about these like random people doing like frankly kind of dumb shit. So anyway. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're all, well, I'm gonna give it 9 more minutes, 5:30 for that poll to close. But if you would like to choose a number 1 through 20 for my next color, you can send me a tip via coffee, or, you know, buy a coffee via Ko-Fi, however you want to say it. It will pop up a little bloop, and then you get to pick a number 1 through 20, and you don't know what the color is. And yeah, participate in knitting this sock with me. That would be fun. Because we're still knitting the first sock, and this poll right here is about to determine the second one. And I'm just gonna keep knitting on this little stripey guy. Picked up all those colors. Although I might be stopped in my tracks because I only have one of this silk mohair. There's a lot of yardage on it, but I don't know how long it's gonna last until a new stock comes in. What are we leaning towards? So right now, the most votes is same motifs with different colors, but it's not like, there's definitely room for things to change. I'm so excited for the Rose City Yarn Crawl. Any tea you can spill about what to expect this year? I mean, Starlight posted, you know, obviously I know most about Starlight because I work there. I mean, we've posted all of the trunk shows that you should expect. It's going to be very fun. There's always really great prizes. So, you know, even if you're just going to the individual stores, there's prizes that the individual stores have. So make sure to like sign up for the email newsletters when you're there so that you have the opportunity to win prizes. Me and my coworker both designed shawl patterns for the free pattern download available at Starlight. And we have like some of the most likes of all the patterns, which feels really exciting and fun. I did a crochet granny square shawl design, and she did this like very cool faux seam like sort of shawl. So I'm proud of us. I think we did a good job. It's the coffee. Oh, here, I mean, it is on the screen, but I don't think I have like the link up. Is that just it? Here we go. Here is the coffee. Yeah, but it's always really fun. It's always like big community event. For more of the community aspect, I would definitely recommend stopping by like the knit night that we're hosting. So yeah. What is the base sock pattern you're using? I am not using a pattern like more so than just the recipe that I use. For colorwork socks, I like to cast on extra stitches, so I cast on 72 as opposed to my usual 64. And so 72, and then what I did for the heel is I always add like a little 3-stitch garter tab on either side, and do a slip stitch. Thank you, Dee Dee. All right, let's check it out. I know sometimes. Okay, we're going. Wait, where did this go? 16. Okay. Okay. We're here. I love this color. All right, there's that. Okay, let me finish this row and then we'll start knitting the sock. And also I kept this little Where'd my notebook go? I kept a little sheet so that I wouldn't lose track. Ugh. I always think I'm prepared, and then we've got 16. Okay. Okay, sock questions. The heel that I use is like a heel and gusset, and I like to have 3 stitches on either side of a garter, like tab kind of. So garter and then knit slip, just to reinforce the heel, and then I carry the knit slip onto the heel turn. So that's that. And I did try it on, and it does fit really well, so that's exciting. But I've been knitting socks now for a long time. And part of what I love about them is that I don't have to have a pattern. I just kind of do what I do. I think I mentioned perhaps that I have started making sock tubes just for like when I'm out and about, and I just knit on the sock tubes, and then I don't have to like be sort of stalled by doing the heel, because it can slow down the process. Okay, stripey cardigan is about to be set aside. But here we go. Excited about that. All right, over here. And we get to pick a little motif. Oh my God, you guys, I'm positive you can't hear it, but Mabel is like snoring, and it's very funny. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you. Oops, where's my little, here we go. 8. Okay, let's see. Yeah. We love a chartreuse. I love a chartreuse. Okay, so for the number 16 card, let's see. It's like a tarot reading. It's like whatever card feels right. Oh, cool. Okay, this like diamond motif. Love that. And then okay, and then for that amazing chartreuse. Oh, okay. So this actually has multiple colors. So, Gabby, if you would like to pick a second number for pairing with this motif, you should, and I'll pick a second color to go with it. I have been keeping my stack of other cards over here so that when I go to do the second one, I'll have them all ready. Okay. And here we go. The pressure. No, it's not pressure. It's just supposed to be like random and fun. And here we start with number 16. Oh, that was the previous color picked, but I can do that. And then we have a fun little like mystery machine moment. Ooh. Balls of yarn flying everywhere. Okay, I did actually, like, as I was falling asleep last night, I was thinking about where to join the next color. It does go up to 20. We can do 18. This is 18. Just a little like pinker, but I like that. Okay. Literally, yeah, like I was saying, literally as I was falling asleep, I was like, where do I join the next color so that it like continues in pattern nicely? And I can, because, okay, part of why this was tricky is because I like to knit around in between starting one design and the next, but then I didn't want to disrupt the stripes on the bottom. So I knit across with the main color, but I break it at like the other end, come across, and then start basically at like the beginning of the heel. So that's literally while I was falling asleep, I was like, how am I gonna do it? And that was the solution. So hi Madison, how are you? Oh, I love this. Yeah, I like the fact that I'm thinking about knitting as I'm falling asleep is a thing. I have like literally had I actually remember specifically in high school when I was taking physics. Why? I don't know. And I remember like having a problem, and we had like a deadline where we had to turn it in at like midnight or something. And I remember like being like, I can't figure out that problem. And then like going to sleep and waking up in the morning and being like, the answer is so clear. And that's sometimes what happens to me with like knitting stuff, you know? Oh yes, so the cards that I am using, oh, thanks Nia, are Pacific Knit Co.'s doodle decks. So they have colorwork motifs on them, on each card. I will say that this is probably like the most tame deck, but there's like a lot of really, really fun decks that have like dinosaurs on them or, you know, whatnot. But yeah, I got this basic one because I kind of envisioned doing a project like this because I've done D20 projects before where I roll a 20-sided die to determine what color I will knit next. And so I was like, ooh, let's add into that like a random colorwork motif moment. And that's how this was born. All right, let's see. Nia, what'd you pick? Oh, wait, I clicked the wrong button. Hello? 13. That is a very Nia color, actually. Perfect. And I am doing like the gusset decreases as I go. I also might just need to turn on, oh, that's so bad, but I have to figure something out because I can't really see. How's that? That's not bad. There's like a little bit of a glare. Okay, we're gonna deal with it. I was like, I need to be able to see my knitting. I have fallen asleep while knitting and kept knitting and woke up a half a row was knit wrong. That's wild. That's wild. That's pretty funny. I can't knit in bed. Like, sometimes I will stubbornly do it, but it's just like really bad ergonomically for me. So yeah, usually I sleep safely. Started purling in a knit row for no reason. Okay, and we're starting this motif, which is really pretty. And I like that, you know, my background color is darker, so they have both options there so that it's like easier to follow depending on, you know, what colors you're using. Okay. For those of you who have just joined, I would love for you to share what you're working on. And we are picking random numbers 1 through 20 for this sock that I am knitting. And you can pick a number by buying me a coffee or sending me a tip via Ko-Fi. And I'm just gonna hang out, knit on this sock. And there was something else. Yes, we were doing a poll for what the second sock was gonna look like. And it looks like the winner of the poll is same motifs but different colors, which means we can keep going for as long as we want on colors because I'm gonna have to knit a whole second sock. So that'll be really fun. I won't be here next Thursday, most likely. I have plans, but I've been really enjoying doing these live streams. I have sort of gone in and out of doing them, like the habit of doing live streams, but I was missing it, especially just like with how chaotic the world is. And someone in particular, like I was just like, I don't know, I'm feeling lonely. I want to hang out with people and knit. And so I did a live stream and my friend Courtney was like, it's so nice. I was like doom scrolling and then I saw that you were live and I was like, yes, that's what I want. And so I was like, yes. The whole point of this was for me to stop doom scrolling, and I encourage you to also stop. So thanks for being here. I appreciate it. But yes, tell me what you're working on. And yeah, thanks for being here. Christine, working on the Garden Gate sweater by Jen Steingass. Loving the color work. I love that. Her color work motifs are really beautiful. Kate, you've been missing them. Oh, I know. That's like how we got to know each other, was through live streams, which I love. Hi, Rachel. You're making a mosaic dot scarf and some niche hand-dyed yarn I got recently. Okay. Femme knitted. I'm also sock knitting. Had cast on itis and decided the second sock was probably better than an 11th whip. I don't know. You know, we gotta really be reaching for joy. And if casting something on, maybe I'm just speaking because I just explained that I have all of these very long-term whips and I'm just like, I want some instant gratification, which is funny because in knitting it still means you're working on something for like 10 days. But you know, I just started the first sleeve of my Erin sweater by Irene Lynn Madison. Working on a little vest test knit in Shetland Spindrift. Ooh, love that. I think I saw a picture of your beginnings. Gabby, I'm happy you're doing these. Thank you. It's nicer than watching vlogs, and it makes me feel like I'm knitting with buddies instead of alone. I'm glad. First live stream. Been dipping my toes in community knitting, and one day I'll be brave enough to go to a live knit night. Oh, I love that. Yeah, we're not scary, but I understand it's intimidating, like for real. I had 17 whips, so I'm trying to not get back there. Okay, that also, I understand. I should probably go through my whips. But you know, it's fine. I'm working on a crochet shawl, Becca. It's like 1:30 in Scotland. Oh my God. I love that though. Late, a night owl joining us. The scarf is a very instant gratification project that will still take like 2 weeks to make. Yeah. That's how I felt about my, what was it called? My, oh my God, Ziggy triangle shawl, where I was like, ooh, this will go so quick. It's still, yeah, it took like 2 weeks. That's our burden as knitters, I think. I wish I could find live knit nights. Not very many in Florida, and I worry about the kind of people I'll find at them. Yes, you know, I understand the fear for sure. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. And I don't think the fear of what it could be should keep you from trying, because one of the things that I have loved about knit nights, so I've been working at yarn stores in many different places over the course of 10 years. And one of the things that I really love is that it really bridges generational gaps in a way that a lot of other spaces do not tend to. And so I feel like because of them, you know, there's people who I would have definitely like been like, oh, you won't be accepting of me, or like standoffish, and I have been very pleasantly surprised. So it obviously that is a real concern, and obviously we do not want to put ourselves in situations where, you know, our humanity is questioned. And I would also just encourage you to try. You can leave, but you also have to get there. Kate would love a video of me going through my whips. Okay, I will think about that. I have definitely been really considering starting probably like joint Ko-Fi paywall stuff and like some kind of YouTube subscription thing, and doing more like my own podcast episodes there, because they don't do as well on my channel. So yeah, I don't know. I think that no matter what, there's going to be some kind of subscription thing, because it's hard being a creator and a small business owner, and that has helped a lot in the past. So yeah, but maybe that will be there. Check your library. Yes, definitely. See, I like this little, I think you'll be surprised. Yes, I know it's hard to be, I totally understand that it is intimidating and hard to be brave, and especially right now, things are very divisive, but I think you'll be surprised that most people are not, are gonna be, at least try to be welcoming, and if they really are not, then you can make the decision. You could open up memberships on YouTube and do members only videos. Yeah, I think that some people are like on, some people already subscribe to Ko-fi, and so I've heard that some people do both and just post the same thing on both. So I'm gonna have to, you know, I have to figure all of it out. Just take some brain space. But I appreciate you all being here and hanging out and encouraging me. So thank you for that. But I love making videos. It's been like such a fun part of my creative process over the last few years. So I'm glad that you all like them as well. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing Patreon because they take a rather large cut of your profit, and I have liked Ko-fi just like I like the way it's set up. So yeah. And Gabby, I hear you definitely about that, and I think, again, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. That's my hope for you anyway, so. Thank you for saying that you like watching the dyeing process. You know, I have posted videos about that and just like never get quite as much engagement with them. It's funny because I feel like there is there's like a stereotypical way that natural dye creators like present themselves as like very like crunchy and earthy, and I am not that way. And so I don't know, I have a hard time kind of figuring out how to present myself as a natural dyer. Like, it's what I do and I enjoy it, and I just like don't feel like people know what to do with it. Anyway, that's just something I have been thinking about, especially in regards to like the conversations about like trad wife adjacent things, because I feel like it's a hop, skip, and a jump away. Do you know what I mean though? I'm like weird queer, like I want the bright colors from natural dyes. I don't know. Anyway. One of my favorite people at my local knit night is a woman who is like early 60s and just kicks ass and has so much knowledge. Really surprised me. Yes, exactly. Totally. I mean, if I would have judged, like you've heard Tim and I just like wax poetic about Susan, our coworker, like on the surface, she is a white lady who moved to Portland from the South, but she is just the frickin' best. She's so cool. So anyway, yeah, if we would have judged her just like straight out, we would have never gotten to know how amazing she is and shown up for her and had her like invited her to show up for us. So yeah. yes, about Patreon, I know. I'm glad you enjoyed the 24-hour knit challenge. I knew it was going to be chaotic. It was a little more chaotic than I thought it would be. So funny. But Tim loves when I get chaotic, and I think he really brings it out of me. I think that's like part of the sibling energy. I really appreciate the youngest in my life, including Kay, my partner, who is also a youngest. And, you know, they encourage me to not take myself so seriously, which I need. I want the long form video about conservative aesthetics and trends in the crafting community. I know I am working on a script for it. Video essays are hard. That's what I've discovered. But yes, I'm working on it, I promise. But also it might end up happening after Yarn Crawl. So I'm working on it though, Nia. Thank you for the encouragement. Rachel, today I bought a bunch of bear yarn and Kool-Aid to try some dyeing. Fun. I hope you have fun. I always do an investigation when I follow knitters on Insta or YouTube because some of them are just trad wives, period. I know. Like, I'm not saying to not be a little discerning, but, you know, yeah. Yeah, so some of you may have caught on. Tim and I are getting matching tattoos, okay? When is that? Like next week. And we're gonna do a video with our tattoo artist about it. So that'll be fun. That's coming at you probably also post Yarn Crawl. It's just tough. Yarn Crawl just takes a lot of work. But yeah, I will keep doing the live streams though for now. Although next week I might be scanning up yarn. We'll see. Woohoo! Yeah, I think we'll probably do like some kind of tattoo tour as well, maybe just of our knitting related tattoos. We'll see. There was a video today I watched about conservative trends from Matt Bernstein. I will write that down and look it up. Thank you for the recommendation. Ugh, I'm so sorry that you are a federal worker. Bless you, because girl. Yeah, I've been like definitely like thinking about that video a lot, thinking about how like what I want to say exactly. Do you guys, were you part of the knitting community? I like can't remember when this is. I might have to do some Ravelry like digging, but there was a knitter who like was at Indie Untangled one year. This is my like gossipy moment. And it came out that she was like not like alt-right lady, and she was like younger, like I think she was in her 20s, and then like after that came out and a bunch of people like unfollowed her, she did this like collection of yarn that was called like woke like, I don't know, she was like making fun of like those little like I really wish I could remember what the names of it was, but like I feel like one of the colorways was like white tears and one was like accountability or something, and she did like a color collection that was like making fun of those like types of you know, words, and everyone was like, oh, so it's like that, like you're like that. It was kind of wild, and I feel like it was on the tail end of like the racial reckoning in the knitting world, but maybe it was before that. Yeah, no, that's a real thing that happened. Let me see. I feel like it was on like Demon Trolls or something, which is a amazing Ravelry forum if you didn't know about it. Let's see. Okay, well, she is out of she's out of business, so there's that. I'm like, how do I find this? Maybe Craft Snark? I can't find like the specific thing, but I will look. But the name of the like the woman who was doing it was stockinette, so there you go. Yeah, Tuscan. Tusken. Night, Kate. Thanks for hanging. Yeah, I mean, it was like not... Oh, here. Okay. So here it's called... Oh my God, this is crazy. Where is the deprogrammed revolution raffle to support unsafe space? Like, girl. There's like no, I don't even know how this came up because there's no like text. Oh yeah, it is. It's called a Polarized Knits mini skein set. Thank you to Unsafe Space for helping many of us continue our businesses. Isn't that wild? Yeah, crazy. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I sort of forgot about that. But I mean, there's also like, I guess like for people who have not been knitting for like as long, right? Like there was like this whole like racial reckoning thing that happened. I don't know. Do you want me to do a video about that? I'm sure there's a video about that already. I don't need to be doing that. I don't need to be doing all that. But yeah, that's crazy. I forgot about this. Just like people be doing so much for what? To prove the point that they're bigoted. Yeah, there's always Ravelry drama. I mean, there's like, I mean, this was years and years ago, but there's like the Tea Party knitters who basically got kicked off of Ravelry because they were like being white supremacists, and Ravelry kicked them off, and then there was like, well, they were upset about that. Anyway, that one magazine by that British guy. Yeah, anyway. I think that like just because we have Ravelry as like a place where forums were, there just ended up being like very well documented like beef and drama. I don't know, it's pretty funny. Made in the Moment made a deep dive into Ravelry that included stuff about some weird things going on there. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot about Sockmatician. Yeah, boring. Like just like people being racist and problematic is boring. I'll tell you what about Christy Glass, that we saw her, Tim and I, at Rhinebeck doing interviews, and we were like, anyway, girl, what are you doing out of your hole? Yeah, you guys are funny. Yes, Claire, thank you so much. Oh, I know you were there in solidarity with us. Oh my god. So on Valentine's Day, I made dinner for like a group of friends. We had like pasta and meatballs. I think I might have talked about this, but there was like a moment in the night where, I don't know, one of us said something very catty, and we all, like, literally 3 of us at the table went like this at the same time. And we just keep thinking about this like very coordinated like period moment. Just get you some friends who will coordinate a, you know, screwing in the light bulb. Okay, this little motif is coming along very nicely. Can you see right down here? The colors are not great because the sun has set, but I think I must have started last week at 4 because I don't remember it getting this dark, but that's all right. Yeah, it's a good peek. It's pretty cute. It's 9 in DC. I know, it feels late. It's been it actually didn't rain much today, but it has been very cloudy and overcast. I also like really like how the gradient is happening down here. It's very cute. And also like these socks are gonna be thick. Bye, Madison. Thanks for hanging. Does anyone have any fun plans for the weekend? Tim and I are going to make some bats and clean some fleeces on Saturday, which I'm excited about. And then I think we're gonna get sushi with my mom on Sunday. And tomorrow night, it's drag race night, but also our friend's play opens tomorrow. So I'm not sure if that's gonna impact our plans. I'll work for the weekend. Wah, wah. Well, I'll also be doing a lot of work, so I feel you. We gotta do what we gotta do. What are you doing, Claire? Tell me. Oh, Nia, that sounds really sweet. Starting a test knit. I'm going to a cabin in the woods and to a Nordic spa. Ugh, amazing. Husband's birthday, so you get to eat cake. Heck yeah. I'm gonna try and convince Kay to go out to breakfast either on Saturday or Sunday. That's my plan. There's like a newer restaurant that we went to, and I've been thinking about it because they do, like, I love an Eggs Benedict, okay? Like, I know, but it's so good. And there is this restaurant that we went to, and the chef is for sure Mexican. And so I got chilaquiles, which were really good, and they were with salsa verde, which is like my favorite way to eat chilaquiles. But they were like spicy, and I have a pretty high spice tolerance, but I was like, yo, that was a lot. But Kay got the Eggs Benedict. I wish I would have gotten it because it came with a thick slab of tomato, beautiful, perfectly ripe avocado, perfectly poached egg, and then you have the option to put chorizo hollandaise on it. And I'm like, ever since we went, like, I enjoyed my food, but I wanted what Kay had. And I had a couple bites because Kay loves me and shares with me, but I'm like, that's what I want to eat. I want Eggs Benedict, but like Mexican. So I feel like maybe I can win that argument. My weekend is happening now. Hell yeah. Seeing my brother and besties for lunch at Chili's. Yo, one of the things about Portland, I mean, we have so much good food, but we don't have Chili's. I would go to Chili's. I'm just gonna try and make headway on a baby blanket I'm knitting, trying to finish all my laundry. The restaurant is called North Point, I think. It's in Kenton. Northport. I will post it down here. Yeah, it's like right on Denver in Kenton, and it's like also very nicely designed. It's a very pleasant place to be. We went on a very cold morning and we were just like, it's nice and cozy. Yeah, it was a good vibe. I think, yeah, I don't know how new they are. I think like maybe within the last 6 months, but I definitely recommend it. No Chili's is a deal breaker. Yeah, I mean, there definitely is not Chili's in Boston. And then I remember, like, I feel like it was like on Thanksgiving, Kay and I were traveling home, and there was like a Chili's in the airport, and I was like, yo. It kind of slaps though. I want like the appetizer. I see it all over TikTok and I'm like, I want that. I want that option. Yeah. It's okay. We'll live without Chili's. Enjoy. I will be following you soon. Ooh. The triple dipper, too good, honestly. If any of you are from SoCal, there was a restaurant, like obviously we had Chili's, but we also had Islands, and it was like Rainforest Cafe light. Okay, like there were like definitely like statues of birds in it. And then they had like TVs everywhere that were playing like skateboarding and surfing videos. It was like super Southern California, but it was like Hawaiian themed sort of, but it was like a burger place, and it had, you could just get French fries with like cheese melted on top. They had a really good burger with like mushrooms and Swiss. And I used to go there a lot when my mom was out of town, because she was like, it's fine, it's a burger place, but like we used to love going there with my dad. And I like specifically remember my dad would always get an Arnold Palmer with extra lemon, and he would like squeeze the lemon in, and one time he got like a seed from the lemon stuck in his straw, and he was being goofy and like shot it out of the straw, and it like ricocheted off of our plate and like into the booth behind us, and my sister and I were like we were very anxious kids, and my dad is also very anxious, and we were like horrified, and then laughed about it for like years, are still laughing about it. So silly. But I'd go for a mushroom Swiss burger. I would any day. It's like you either get democracy or Chili's, and I guess Florida picked Chili's. Gabby, that's funny. Oh my god. Okay, I'm on the last row of my little pattern repeat. Also, I like that you're finding friends in the chat, Claire and Rudy. Oh my god, you guys are funny. I want to go on a cabin weekend. You guys aren't coming to New York this year, right? Chili's knit night in Florida. I love that. That's very funny. I would make shirts for a Chili's knit night. That's incredible. Wow. You guys are goofy. Oh my god. Ay, ay, ay. I would come. Tim and I have like kind of seriously been talking about a Quebec trip, although at this point I can't really leave the country with Kay because terrible policies about non-binary people and their passports. So we're kind of state bound for the time being. And Kay is planning on coming with us to New York this year. So we were like thinking about going up and visiting like Tim's family maybe or something. But yeah, we just can't leave the country together. So that's cool. Love that for us. That feels very democratic and yeah. So, all the Canadians, you probably have to come visit me for the time being. I'll host you in Portland. But you have to bring me poutine, which would definitely travel well. Ay, ay, ay. Laugh because the other option is to cry, you know? But the motif is done, so there we go. And then I'm gonna start the next one. Yeah, it's I hate that too, Claire. It's pretty bleak. But you know, the worst part is that like Kay has been trying to get on a game show. Like there's a couple that they've been trying to get on, and they all film in Ireland, and so they have had to give up on their game show hopes and dreams for the foreseeable future, and I feel very bad about that for them because they have gone, yeah, anyway. It's just, I mean, that's obviously low priority, but it's still really messed up that we can't leave. So, I'll check how much cheese we can bring through customs. I bet we could find fries and gravy in Portland and we bring the cheese. Yes, that is probably an option. I still think about you guys smuggling Kerrygold over the border, which is probably luggage curds. That's the second the second t-shirt design. Recreational whining and luggage curds. I live in hope of seeing Kay on a game show as well, but for now it's not gonna happen, so anyway, sorry for bringing down the mood. God. I will tell you guys that I saw the funniest bumper sticker the other day. I've been telling everyone about it. I'm still laughing about it. And so for those of you who don't know, we have a very large, very cool, like, local cheese production in Oregon that is in Tillamook. And so you might see Tillamook cheese, and you might be familiar with it because I did see it like in Boston. But so all of that to say, I saw a bumper sticker on someone's car, actual car, that said, "I got my ass ate at the Tillamook cheese factory." And haven't stopped laughing about it. That was like a week ago. That was last weekend, and we're still laughing. So I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna actually go find it because I think you need the visual. Okay. I got my ass. Here we go. Yep, I'm sending it. Oh no, it says there's too many. How do I get a smaller link? Hello, Etsy. Oh, it's in demand. 3 people bought it in the last 24 hours. I hope this is due to my... No, See, recreational whining. It, like, the Etsy URL is so long. I just want to share this with my people. Where's the, like, share button? This is ridiculous. Why do they make everything so hard? That's a good one, Nia. Okay, can I post a photo in the chat? I don't know if that's a thing. No. This is so annoying. I'm using tiny URL to be able to do this right now. Thank you. God. Yeah, I couldn't find it on Etsy. I don't know what's happening. That's also a really good one, Nia. I will tell you, I actually showed this to Susan at book club and she laughed very hard, which was very good. And then also this company makes one that just says horse denier, like the animal, horse denier. It's so funny. I'm like, I don't know who did that, but it was pretty funny. So made me laugh. So as you can see, as I fell asleep the other night, I am breaking the yarn after finishing the last across the heel. So I go across the base of the foot with the contrast color, break it. I am going to knit across just a solid row with the main color, and then on the other side I will join the first contrast color. So there we go. I know, I don't know like where that came from, but horse denier is very funny. I know, the bumper stickers are so funny. Oh my god, Gabby, that's funny too. I got my lobotomy at Toyotathon. Out of control. I also like that they make them as magnets so you don't have to like actually stick them to your car. But I definitely need to up my funny bumper sticker game because that made me laugh, brought me a lot of joy. For like, what did they spend? $10 on that sticker. And actually, I think I have to wind this skein up before I do the next. So let's pivot for a sec to my ball winder and very messy table. Ignore how bad that is, okay? It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm glad it was soothing despite my like mess. Also, Nia, Susan gave me this jackalope. It's a piggy bank. Isn't that amazing? She said she got it at what's it called? In North Dakota, the weird tourist place that you go to. Everyone has bumper stickers for it. Anyway, that's where she got it. I love jackalopes. I also have, can you see it? No. That print up there. And I have that bunny that I taxidermied and want to turn into a jackalope, but have not yet. So Kay won't let me put the rabbit in the living room. They said it's weird. I literally made it before I knew them, so. Thank you. I love my pants too. I get so many compliments on them and they're very comfy. Okay, if you would like to contribute to the sock, there's still a lot of colors that I need. So buy me a coffee via the link right here, ko-fi.com/Emtothethird. And then you get to pick a number between 1 and 20. And then I will add that plus a motif to the sock. I still have like several that I need to do. So, I mean, I didn't get into taxidermy, but I took a course from a really rad lady who did like traveling taxidermy workshops. I did that when I was in Oakland, and it was actually just like in someone's backyard. It was a very cool experience. It was pretty intense. It's like pretty intense. But yeah, I made that bunny, and he has lived with me for a long time. I was just like curious about it, and I saw this workshop and I signed up. Her name is Mickey, yeah. She does a lot of really cool stuff. I think she's like maybe more focused on making jewelry now, but like it's adjacent for sure. Yeah, she's a very cool person. I don't know how I was introduced to her. Maybe through someone's blog. Yeah, and then I took that class with her. It was very cool. It's always like the first row of a new pattern that I'm like, please don't mess it up. I think we're good. This is gonna look really cute with that lime green too. And then I also, I need to pick a card for Nia's color that she picked. Let's see. I'm gonna pick 3. And Nia, tell me A, B, or C. We'll do A, B, or C. I mean, you could also do 1, 2, or 3. I can't remember that place, what that place is called in North Dakota. Ooh, pretty. That will be with the blue. At this rate, I'm going to be caught up by the end of the stream, and then there won't be any progress until the next stream, which is fine. It's fine. But it does go slower. Yeah, if you've just joined, because I see there's some new numbers. Let us know what you're working on tonight while you're hanging out. we've all been inspired by each other's projects. So I want to know what you're working on, and if you would like to contribute to the sock. Basically, you can send me a tip, buy me a coffee via Ko-Fi, and then you get to pick a number 1 through 20. I've got a collection of yarns off screen, so you're randomizing it for me, and you can pick one. Pick a number, pick your favorite number, and then I will pick a colorwork motif from this deck of cards. And that's how we're doing things. But this is the sock so far. We started it last week on stream. Thanks for hanging, Gabby. I will think about that Chili's trip. Enjoy. Like, who else could go for a Chili's margarita right now? That's all I'm saying. I know, I agree. The colors have really worked out. It's always a gamble, you know? But yeah, most of this yarn, I guess it's all stash yarn. A lot of it is like full skeins, but then I like, for instance, my number 3 is like this much yarn, but this color was too good to pass up and someone chose it. So, you know. Yes, thank you, Sandra. Yeah, I think an emotional support cast on is a real experience that we all understand. I know, it's so funny. Sandra, are there Chili's near you? I feel like I never saw one in Massachusetts. Like, there was definitely like Applebee's. Like, they definitely, I feel like my sister and I were obsessed with their broccoli cheddar soup when we were kids. Which was also probably very salty and umami. I saw a TikTok that was like Applebee's, and then they like showed like Olive Garden, and they were like Italian Applebee's, and then they showed Red Lobster, and they called it Under the Sea Applebee's. And then I can't remember what they said for Chili's, but I think about that. God, I don't know why I like was sleeping on Chili's in Massachusetts. Chili's, Boston. Yeah, I mean, Boston, Massachusetts. I don't know where it was. Maps. Maps. Chili's. I don't know why I care, but I do. Yeah, there were like a few. Where's this one? Oh, they were outside. Oh yeah, not in Boston for sure. I was like, why is this highlighted? What is this that's highlighted? Massachusetts Department of Transitional Assistance. Why? Google, I don't think I ever went there. What's happening? Red Lobster cheddar biscuit. Yeah, period. I like that they sell the box mix of those, but it doesn't quite hit the same. I'm finishing the hem ribbing of my Cordy sweater and will also need an emotional support cast on. The Cordy is the one by one of the Bergen twins, right? Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Actually, I'm glad that I see that they have the mini one, because we just got news that one of our family members is pregnant, and I was like, she's gonna need like the coolest sweater ever. And I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do. Good night, Rachel. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I hope that this time is like a good time to kind of capture East Coast and West Coast. Because I think I did it a little earlier last week, but like West Coast folks were like, yeah, I'm still at work. So that is the consequence. I think I did too many decreases. It's fine. Let's undo some of these. So awkward. Okay. It felt like I needed so many decreases, but we're still going. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 14, 16, 20, 34. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, Amy. I will say, in looking at the Cordy right now, that neckline looks a little funky. I don't know if it matters for a baby, but I don't know. The tension, it looks like it was knit weird a little bit. That doesn't really mean it's off of the off the table entirely, but just noting that. I have to undo this decrease as well. And I still think I'm not totally correct, but it's closer to correct. We're not going to worry about it. I still think I like decreased 4 stitches too many maybe, but don't have to work tomorrow morning, enjoying some wine and trying to motivate myself to make a cheese plate. Right? It does look funky. I would say, Sandra, that you might not need a cheese plate as much as just to like move some cheese into your mouth. Okay, so this row is interesting because it doesn't have the main color, but I also don't want to, okay, so we're here. So it doesn't have the main color, but I would like to not break the main color so that the bottom stays consistent. So I think I'm gonna like drag it around the back, along the back side. See how that goes. I don't know. And then I need this color. We'll see how this goes. 1, 2, 3. Look, 2 strands of yarn is one thing. 3 strands is testing my patience. Okay, there we are. This over. Okay, I think maybe we've got this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I love this color combo though. Okay, this is okay, it looks cute, but like, at what cost? And then I'm like carrying the main color on the back side. It looks pretty neat, but I couldn't do that for a whole sweater, I'll tell you what. I think we made it. It does look cute though. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, 3-stranded is not for the faint of heart. I've done it like on a couple different projects, and I've always been like, not long term. Okay, and we're back. I think that needs to go down there. Please cooperate. Might be a little weird, but we'll make it work, designers. Okay, all right, okay. Okay. This like purple color, pinky purple, I don't know. It's a very pink purple. Was part of like a Halloween set that I bought from like Little Lionhead Knits, I think. There was one other color. Oh yeah, this like orange that was also part of that little set that I'm using. But it's a fun color. Oops, sorry, Maple. Yeah, it's good. It's like neon. It's not quite fuchsia though. It's like a really interesting color that I don't quite have a name for. It's actually kind of nice not to have to worry about decreases. Look at how nice this like little triangle of a gusset looks. It's cute. I wish you luck, Megan, because it's annoying. Yeah, Orchid is not a bad. But wasn't that like the Pantone color of the year? And yeah, I guess the Pantone color of the year was Radiant Orange like 2 years ago, I think. 2014? No. 2014? Okay, I'm a little off. Like by a decade, are you freaking kidding me? Wow, I was like personally victimized by Adobe Colors. Whatever. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Pantone is like, didn't they make like beige one of their colors recently? And I was like, no. What is time anymore? Let's see what 2025 Pantone color. Mocha, that's right. I remember this one pissed me the fuck off. Ew. So boring. What was last year? Yeah, last year was also like not, it was like coral pink, which like my entire desk, all of my accessories are that color, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Anyway. mean, those like when you see people like designers or whatever with their like Pantone deck of color swatches, that shit is like $1,200, maybe even more. I was like, yeah, I agree they are kind of a year off, but you know, like when you're trend forecasting, you're supposed to be like ahead of the curve, and they're just like with the curve. But whatever. Hi, baby. You want some treats? You want to say hi? Everybody say hi. We'll give Maple some treats. Oh, so loud. Okay, I know I have more. Gross. Your little gremlin. Little gremlin Lita. No, I don't have any more. No more. They also forecast trendy colors and then partner with a bunch of stores to magically make it so there are suddenly a bunch of things to buy in that color. Yeah. Hi. You're very cute. Everyone says hi. Okay, go girl. Okay. Yeah, her sweater is naturally dyed. I actually really like making her sweaters out of my hand spun. You good? You like blissed out right now. But this is just a naturally dyed from my friend. She loves it. She wears it. I think I need to knit her another one. You want another sweater? Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, thank you. You got my glasses. Okay, let me give you a couple more. I know. No more. That's it. Okay. Bye, Nia. Say hi to Matt for me. Well, guys, I think it's coming to the end of my time here. I think we need to go get ready to watch Traders. Oh, okay. But thank you so much for hanging out. Wow, Maple, you're really relaxed. As always, if you enjoyed this, you don't have to, but leaving me a tip, buying me a coffee is really, really appreciated. You can also retroactively buy me a coffee and suggest a number, and I will add it to the queue of colors going into the sock. I'll post a little update once I finish the last color. But yeah, I hope I prevented you from a couple hours of doom scrolling, and thanks for hanging out and chatting, and I'll definitely talk to you soon. Okay, say bye, everybody.